Today we're lucky enough to be able to visit Hopetoun House, arguably Scotland's finest stately home. The weather is dry, which is always a bonus, especially as we are planning to take a walk around the grounds of the estate. We're going to visit inside, but first of all, let me just tell you a little bit about this stunningly beautiful stately home. Now, the house and grounds are actually owned by the Hopetoun House Preservation Trust. Now, that was a charity that was set up in 1974 to preserve the property, its contents and the grounds. It's located a couple of miles from the small town of South Queensferry and approximately 10 miles from Edinburgh. Now, the house sits in grounds that extend to 6,500 acres and sits directly on the southern shore of the Firth of Forth. The south wing of the house is occupied by the Hope family. We only have to go back to the mid-17th century to find that the land was purchased by John Hope. Although he had plans to build a grand property on the land, he would never see his vision started, let alone completed, as he was drowned in a shipwreck. His wife, Lady Margaret, pushed ahead with her husband's plans, and the eminent architect Sir William Bruce was contracted to design and build the property. The construction commenced in 1699, and the initial build consisted of the centre section of the building that you can see here. Then, in 1721, it was decided by a later generation of the Hope family to extend the property. The pavilions that you see on either side of the centre section of the building were designed and built by William Adam, another very prominent and famous Scottish architect. The south pavilion, which you can now see on the left here, although originally used for other purposes, eventually became the ballroom. It would have been frequently used in the 19th century, as the owners would entertain their guests here, and the rest of the building would also be used for entertainment. Although it has to be said that the previous generations would not spend the entire year here at Hopetoun House, as they would be on their travels elsewhere. The north pavilion, which you can see on the right here, was built as the stables. However, Adam was keen to retain the overall symmetry of the building, and so unusually what we find are that these stables were designed with decorative windows. The rear of the building also had a makeover by William Adam to reflect the architectural style of the day, but we'll see that when we have a walk around the grounds. The property and the grounds are used for corporate events, and if you really want a dream location, you can also book it for the perfect wedding. For the eagle-eyed viewers among you, you'll probably recognise some of the areas in the video from a globally famous TV series, and if you hadn't already guessed, the various locations, including the building itself, were used in the first 3 seasons of Outlander. So for any Outlander fans, then Hopetoun House is a must-see on your list of places to visit. Anyway, without much further ado, let's go and take a look around inside.
you.